Okay, let's dive in. We've got this stack of source material here. Thanks to you, the listener, for sending it over. We're going to unpack it right now.
Sounds good.
Our mission for this deep dive is basically to go through this source and really get our heads around a really fascinating project from Puerto Rico. It's called the Chinchorro App.
Exactly. We're aiming to pull out the key bits of info, those nuggets of knowledge from this guide you've provided. It lays out the vision, the features,
Right.
the potential impact of this thing.
Right. Think of us kind of navigating this map together.
Yeah.
It feels like we're looking at potentially a big step maybe in bringing Puerto Rican food, the whole gastronomy scene, into the digital age. So what is this Chinchorro app really at its core, according to this source?
Well, the source presents it as the digital platform, like a showcase for authentic Puerto Rican culinary spots. And what's interesting, it covers the whole range from the really iconic traditional chinchorros.
Okay, hang on a sec. Maybe we should pause there. For anyone maybe less familiar, what exactly is a chinchorro? I mean, the app's named after it seems pretty central.
Oh, good point. Yeah, the source definitely leans on that term. So think of chinchorros as those really beloved, vibrant, often kind of humble local spots, eateries, food stands. They're absolutely iconic to the island's culture, the food scene.
Right, places you go for real deal local food, maybe fried stuff, cold drinks, that lively atmosphere.
Exactly that. So the app aims to cover those vital cultural hubs, but also, all the way up to more established restaurants too.
Okay, so the full spectrum of PR food experiences. Got it. And the source makes a big deal about this dual purpose. It's connecting these places globally, sure, but also haciendo el bien en el camino, doing good along the way.
Yes, that phrase, doing good along the way, seems really key. It's a recurring theme. The source frames this not just as like a tech startup, but as the next big step. It even calls it a revolution for Puerto Rican gastronomy.
A revolution. Wow, okay, that's a strong word. What makes it potentially revolutionary based on what the source is telling us?
Well, the goal they state is pretty ambitious. They want to create this vibrant, exclusive digital space where really every culinary corner in Puerto Rico can shine. The idea is for it to become the definitive online spot for finding authentic PR food.
Cutting through all the noise from like generic search engines or travel sites.
Precisely, a dedicated space.
Okay, got it. So if that's the big vision, how does a business like a restaurant or a chinchorro owner actually get involved? The source says it's designed to be easy and accessible, which, that's often crucial for smaller places.
Absolutely. That accessibility seems core to their pitch in the source material.
Yeah.
For starters, there's a free e-registration option that gives businesses a basic digital presence right on the platform.
Okay, a free listing. And with that, they can showcase at least one signature dish or product, right?
Exactly. One-star product. It's a simple way in, lets them get some visibility, maybe test the waters without, any upfront cost. The source uses the phrase sumamente sencillo. Extremely simple, emphasizing it's designed for easy self-service, though they do offer support.
Makes sense. But okay, for businesses wanting more than just that basic toe-in-the-water listing, there are premium options. What do those offer, according to the source?
Right. This is where they seem to offer a lot more digital firepower, you could say. Premium packages let you show an unlimited number of products. Huge difference there.
Unlimited.
Plus, and this is a big one, they include a complete website builder. So businesses don't just get a profile on the app, they get their own professional standalone website too.
Huh. So wait, they're essentially getting two digital fronts from one subscription.
That's how it reads, yeah. And they also get a personalized subdomain. The source gives an example like tunegocio.chinchorro.app. Gives them a direct, memorable web address.
Right, adds that professional touch.
And Premier support is baked into those premium packages as well.
Okay, so what's the damage? What kind of investment are we talking about for a business to get all that unlimited products, website builder, subdomain, support?
The source states that the premium packages start from just $80 a month. They also mention annual plans are in the works, which, usually offer some savings.
$80 a month for all that. Yeah, that does sound pretty accessible, especially when you think about the cost of building a website separately, paying for hosting, marketing.
Definitely seems designed to lower that barrier to entry. And there's also this special pioneer offer mentioned for the early birds.
Ah, okay, tell me about that. An incentive to jump in early.
Yeah, seems like it. The first 500 businesses that subscribe to a paid package get their first 3 months completely free, say.
Wow, 3 months free. That's a pretty solid head start.
Yeah.
How does a business lock that in?
The source specifies that you need to make the payment for the 4th month up front when you first join. That secures the first 3 months free. Allows businesses to, as the source puts it, earn carcon to do, like start with everything, hit the ground running.
That's clever. Encourages commitment and lets them really experience the full premium service right away. Okay, let's shift gears slightly. The source also mentions the technology behind the app and this idea of a mission with heart.
Yeah, they touch on the tech, saying it's built on a top-tier tech base. They don't get super technical in the source, but the implication is they're focused on making it reliable and, robust.
So it should work smoothly for users and be able to grow without crashing.
Exactly. The goal they state is a fluid, robust, and scalable experience. Built to handle traffic, allow for new features down the line. And that mission with heart part, that seems tied directly to the founder's motivation.
Coming from a personal connection to Puerto Rico itself.
Precisely. The source really highlights that this project stems from a deep connection to their roots and a real understanding of the challenges that local businesses face on the island. It's painted as more than just a tech play. It feels personal.
And what's the current status? Are they up and running, looking for users?
According to the source, they're currently moving forward using their own resources, but they're actively seeking funding and strategic alliances. Basically, looking for partners to help accelerate the growth and make the full vision happen faster.
Okay, that makes sense. So we've got the vision, how businesses join, the tech side, the mission. Now let's pull back to the big picture, the why. Why does this app matter to you, the listener? Whether you own a food business in PR or you just love Puerto Rican food, or maybe you're just curious about how tech can, impact culture.
Right. This is where the source really digs into the benefits and the potential impact. First and foremost, it talks about visibility, like unprecedented visibility.
Because the goal is for it to be the digital hub for Lo Boricua, for everything Boricua food-wise.
Yes, exactly. The source really emphasizes it's designed to connect businesses globally, think locals on the island, tourists visiting, and the huge Puerto Rican diaspora around the world, everyone looking specifically for authentic PR food.
So attracting new palates, new clients, as the source says.
Right. For businesses, especially smaller ones, that maybe struggle to get noticed online amidst everything else, this platform offers a direct channel to that very specific interested audience.
That focused approach could be really powerful, but the source goes further than just helping people find places, right? It talks about cultural preservation.
Oh, absolutely. This is a really significant angle they push. Chinchorro App is positioned almost as a guardian of culinary heritage. It's not just listing spots. It's about celebrating authenticity by highlighting star dishes, sharing the stories behind the food, the families, the traditions.
So helping keep those traditional recipes and methods alive.
That seems to be the idea. By giving these often very traditional chinchorros and family recipes a modern global platform, they hope to sort of educate the world about the depth and soul of Puerto Rican cuisine. It's presented as using digital tools to keep that vital legacy relevant and thriving.
That's a compelling mission. And what about the more concrete stuff, the economic and social impact? The source gets pretty specific there, doesn't it?
It really does. On the economic front, the argument is that it democratizes technology access.
Yeah.
Small businesses often just can't afford to build their own apps or commission fancy websites.
Right.
So this platform gives them powerful digital tools, starting free or with those accessible premium tiers. The source says it helps them compete and win in the digital space, which should translate to more customers, more sales.
Okay, that's the economic boost.
Yeah.
And the social commitment, you mentioned doing good. How concrete is that?
It's actually one of the most striking points in the source material. They explicitly state that with every single premium subscription paid, $5 will be donated to nonprofit organizations in Puerto Rico.
$5 from every premium sub every month. What kind of nonprofit?
Specifically, the source mentions organizations focused on either providing food assistance or caring for stray dogs on the island.
Wow.
Yeah, and the source frames it quite nicely, saying that by growing your business using the app, you also siembra bienestar. You plant well-being back into the community. It creates this direct link between a business thriving on the platform and supporting tangible social causes in Puerto Rico.
That really adds another layer, doesn't it? It's not just business growth. It's business growth with a kind of built-in social return. Very interesting.
And the platform itself isn't meant to be static. It's designed as a living platform, something that's constantly evolving.
Okay, and how does the source say they plan to ensure it keeps evolving? How do they keep it relevant?
Well, there's a key feature mentioned for the community aspect. a special section where customers and users, so the people actually eating the food and using the app, can propose new features and vote for them.
Oh, that's cool. So user-driven development, essentially.
Exactly. It gives the community a real stake in shaping the platform's future, helps ensure it stays useful and relevant to what people actually want and need. They also mention plans for an active community forum.
Makes sense. Okay, what about the experience for the person just looking for food, the user, the food lover?
Yeah, the source emphasizes that for them, the goal is simple. Make it the easiest, most definitive way to find Puerto Rican food, period. No more frustrating searches on general platforms where PR food might get lost.
A specialized guide.
Right. Designed for easy discovery, using filters, looking at clear menus, appealing photos, that sort of thing. Just making it simple to find exactly what you're craving.
And obviously it adapts to how people live now, right? Puts
Yeah.
these businesses in everyone's pocket through their phone.
Naturally. And the source even hints at the future features they're already thinking about.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Things like potentially adding online ordering, maybe reservation systems, loyalty
Right.
programs. It shows they're thinking long-term about convenience and functionality.
The source also seemed to position the app as important for, like, resilience and tourism.
It did. It's presented as a tool that can help business recover, say, after disruptions, and contribute to their ongoing growth. And by making the island's amazing food scene more accessible and discoverable.
It helps boost Puerto Rico's image as a top culinary destination for tourists.
That's the connection they make, yeah.
Yeah.
Elevating its status globally.
And it sounds like the ambition goes beyond just being a listing service. The source mentioned it being a window into the history and diversity of the dishes themselves.
Yes, exactly. Not just facilitating the transaction, but deepening the connection. Sharing the background, the history, the regional variations of dishes like, alcapurrias or different types of temblake.
So you learn something while you're browsing for dinner.
Right. Educating users, connecting them more deeply with each bite, and showcasing that rich heritage behind the food.
And one last point, potential for data insights down the road.
The source does note that as a future possibility. Using aggregated platform data could potentially provide businesses with really valuable insights into customer preferences, food trends, helping them optimize what they offer.
Okay, so when you look at everything this source lays out, from this pretty bold vision of a culinary revolution and the accessible tools for businesses, all the way to the really deep cultural preservation angle and that unique social impact model with the donations. Chinchorro App is presented as this powerful fusion text and tradition, right?
Yeah, a platform for global connection, definitely a tool aimed at business growth, but also framed as a vehicle for preserving culture and giving back directly.
It's definitely an invitation, like the source says at the end, to subirse a la de futuro, get on the wave of the future, specifically for Puerto Rican gastronomy.
Seems like a fitting summary of their pitch.
So based on everything we've just unpacked from this source material, here's maybe a thought for you, the listener, to take away and chew on. If one digital platform focused specifically on celebrating and connecting local cuisine can be intentionally designed to weave together global reach, real economic growth for small businesses, active cultural preservation, and direct measurable social aid. Well, what does that suggest about the broader potential for technology? How else might it be used to strengthen communities and safeguard traditions in really powerful, maybe unexpected ways?